Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today we have an episode about Bitcoin's yearly downtrend being tested. Will we see a price crash coming in soon? On top of that, a pretty green day, as you can see behind me, and we will get into that and some news stories as well right after a message from our sponsor. Now, what's been happening on CoinMarketCap recently? Been going sideways forever. Right now, $141 billion market cap, 50.4% Bitcoin dominance. Most of the top 10 are all gainers for the day, except for Binance Coin down 0.32%. Bitcoin right now 4,051, Ethereum at 139, and XRP at 30 cents. The big gainers for today, Enigma, Wakey Chain, and EOS. We'll talk about why with EOS later. The big losers, Ravencoin, Cubitica, and Huobi token. But still, Ravencoin at 5 cents. Man, I was talking about that back when it was 1 cent. How about that? Anyways, the big news today, okay, as you can see, this purple trend line for the past year, since started right around April or May of last year, Bitcoin has been hovering in this downward trend. And right now, we are coming up to, yes, you mentioned it, the upper trend line there. Now, in addition to the upper trend line, we have the 200 weekly moving average on top of it. That's another source of what's been resistance previously. But we broke through this recent upward trend line towards the bottom. Now we have a very, very strong yearly trend line that we're coming up with, which Bitcoin should interact with within the next day or two. Now, based on what's been happening, every time it gets to the top of that trend line, price has been coming down. When it gets to the bottom, it goes back up. So it's been bouncing back and forth between there. But we'll have to kind of see, is this something that Bitcoin can break through to the upper side, or is it something where it's just going to be stuck in there? Because if Bitcoin does in fact break through that trend line, guess what? It's going to have that, once again, the 20 weekly moving average to contest with. And as we've seen, 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the past, it hasn't broken through there. So we'll kind of have to see if it can break through here, if it'll do that. But more likely than not, we may be heading back downward. And if we do move downward, we have the 200 weekly moving average underneath that Bitcoin has never broken through to the downside. So that could be support. We could just end up sitting in that channel for quite a long time. But if we do sit in that channel, it'll only be roughly another month or two before that channel again meets this downward trend line of the yearly downtrend. So if that were to happen, then we would definitely have some pretty interesting Bitcoin price action going on. As you can see with the MACD a couple days ago, the MACD broke underneath, so holding stable coins instead of Bitcoin. Now that brings us to the first article for today. Tether's lack of fiat backing could be catastrophic for Bitcoin, analyzing Tether's troubling terms of service. So this was news a few days ago where Tether said, hey, we're no longer backing Tether with US dollars, but there's even more. So this article is from CryptoSlate. They took a look at what's been going on there. It is the subject of immense controversy, and what's pretty cool is you can see stablecoin market dominance. Because of all this funny business going on with Tether and the new options out there, guess what? Stablecoins now have a bit more footing. So Tether right now has about 75% of the market cap, and USDC has 9%, TrueUSD has 7%, Pax has 4%, Day has 3%, and GUSD is way down there. So nobody really likes the G unit. But what happened recently is that, I mean, nobody really trusted Tether, but then there was a few months back, where Tether said, hey, you know what, we're going to back it 1-to-1 with US dollars. But then they said, you know what, we're not backing with US dollars. It's going to be made by assets or receivable loans from third parties. So now it means that potentially the money may not be there again. They also, Tether has the right to delay the redemption of withdrawal or Tether tokens. And they also say they're not responsible for losses. So you may not even be able to redeem them. Tether's not responsible for any of that. So all of those things together really, I don't know. I don't know if people can lose any more faith in Tether. Like, I don't think people had faith in Tether originally, but, you know, people have been using US dollars forever. They're not backed by anything other than potentially a strong economy. So, scary, yes. Could it collapse? Yes. Are there other options? Yes. That's my thoughts on that. CoinMarketCap has been talking about their fake, or they're altering their listings after the fake volume research. So, you know, Tether's no good. Then there's exchanges that are no good. A lot of just scam and scandal in cryptocurrency seems to follow us around. But CoinMarketCap, a few days ago, it was talking about how the listings are showing fake volume. Well, it seems like they have changed it. There were a couple exchanges at the time that had come above Binance in terms of the 24-hour volume rankings. That's no longer. They have fixed that. Binance is back on top. BitZ and BW.com are underneath that. So they do seem to have taken care of that. Also, talking about other fake things, Tron. Over half of Tron founders' followers may be real. That means that just under half may not be real. So Justin Sun has been using bots in order to pad his social media. It shows that 68% of his followers have a suspiciously small number of followers, and 61% use spam-related keywords in their profile description. Now, also, if you take a look at this shows how new the accounts are, and this huge blue band here is like brand new accounts. So it's basically all the people following him, brand new accounts that aren't followed by anything else, that just happened onto Twitter, and as soon as they did, I like this, yeah. You can see in the deep blue that tens of thousands of accounts were created just this month, and they just happened to follow Justin Sun. So, kind of spammy, but, you know, par for the course in cryptocurrency, where we have exchanges reporting fake volume, and where we have, you know, questionable things like Tether, which I should mention, Tether has a lot of money in it. I mean, Tether right now is potentially one of the largest risky things out there. I mean, aside from Bcash, but $2 billion market cap for Tether right now, and potentially very risky. Now, where are we going? This article, Twitch decides to ditch Bitcoin payments, lack of demand. So this article goes into Twitch has silently removing crypto payments for subscriptions. You used to be able to pay with Bitcoin, as you can see here. Now you can no longer pay with Bitcoin. Well, guess what? There's no evidence as to how many people were actually using BitPay to pay for their subscriptions to Twitch, but I would bet, you know, a lot of people who use Twitch are younger, smarter, they kind of see things better. My estimation is that they would be using Bitcoin more as an investment than an actual payment for things, unless they, you know, happened to do Bitcoin a long time ago. But since they are using Bitcoin as an investment, they think they see the future value of it. Why would they pay for Twitch and lose it every month? Instead, just pay for it with one of these other things, like a gift card that your grandmother gives you to Dollar General or Best Buy. This is a pretty exciting thing, other than that it's related to XRP, but XRP payments soon available on WhatsApp and Telegram through new AI wallet. Actually, there's a few different cryptocurrencies you can do this with, but there is a new app called Wooabit, okay, where you can use Telegram, Facebook Messenger, and Viber, and WhatsApp to send Bitcoin. And if you can see here, it's pretty easy, the interface. You would just chat with somebody, you'd say send 0.05 Bitcoin to Vera, and then it'll ask you if you want to send, and it sends it. So that's pretty crazy. That would be a very easy way to send Bitcoin to people. Yeah, because then eases adoption. You just say, hey, you have WhatsApp? Yeah, we'll download Wooabit, and then you can just send. You can receive Bitcoin. But then they'll ask, well, how do I actually spend that money? And then that may be a bit more of a difficult conversation. But the next article, Rakuten, which is a Japanese Amazon, approved as a virtual currency exchange company. So they recently purchased everybody's Bitcoin exchange in August of last year. They finally got their subsidiary cryptocurrency wallet registered and approved by Japan's Financial Services Agency. This would be akin to Amazon having a registered cryptocurrency wallet, like subsidized by the one of the U.S. agencies. So that's pretty big news for Rakuten and Japan. And lastly, guys, last little article is EOS founder Dan Larimer has an announcement about an announcement. That's right. That's what we do in crypto. That's how you hype stuff up. And as you can see, it's definitely done something today, almost up 11% after the announcement of an announcement. And this is something where potentially, until the announcement happens, the price may continue to go up because people are like, ooh, this could be a really good one. This is one of those, like, potentially buy with a stop loss and then sell right before the announcement. That's how you do it if you want to do it. Not financial advice, by the way. But basically, Dan Larimer has talked about, he said that June will be the biggest announcement, the biggest news since the EOS IO announcement. So that'll be pretty interesting. Looking forward to hearing that, watching the price go up and then crash down. But that's what happens in crypto. So guys, that's all the news for today. Guys, I've been trading on the regular with signal profits for the past 6 months. Been doing pretty well. It's like copy paste profit. It's not something where I analyze it very much, but it's something where I just get the signals, use 3 commas to set up the trades, and then see pretty decent returns. As you can see here, the past day have had some pretty ridiculous returns, like 64% or in one day, or 148% in 12 hours. So if you want to, check that out. There is a link down in the description. Also, check out the Monarch wallet. 1,900 cryptocurrencies. You can earn interest on your crypto that you hold in there. You can also cash it out for fiat or buy it using that wallet. So check that out, monarchtoken.io. Other than that, guys, I will catch you guys later. Love you. Peace.